Today, I'm going to look at 3 NFL Week 1 quarterback plays on PrizePicks. The first play I like is Matt Ryan over 278.5 passing yards at home against the Eagles. Honestly, I think we have to have a talk about Matt Ryan in this Falcons offense. Yes, the team lost star receiver Julio Jones in a very awkward public fallout, but they still have Calvin Ridley and a consensus top 4 receiver and tight end phenom Kyle Pitts, who despite being a rookie is being drafted as an elite tight end and should be a target monster this year. Meanwhile, Ryan is consistently being faded and is only being drafted as QB 14. Make it make sense. The Falcons ranked 5th in passing yards per game last season, and I don't expect that to change much given their defensive shortcomings and weapons. I expect Matty Ice to come out swinging against a middle-of-the-road Eagles pass defense and go over 278.5 passing yards. The next one I like is Justin Herbert under 21 fantasy points on the road in Washington. I am not nearly as down on Herbert season long as many people in the fantasy community are, who are predicting a regression for the year 2 signal caller. That said, I do expect him to struggle on the road against Washington's top-notch secondary and pass rush. The football team ranked 2nd in passing yards allowed and 5th in sacks per game last year. The total for this game is also 44.5, which means Vegas expects it to be on the lower scoring side. Give me the under on Herbert's week 1 fantasy points. And finally, I like Zach Wilson to go under 17.5 fantasy points on the road against the Panthers. It'll be Wilson's rookie debut against his predecessor, Sam Darnold, and opposite a stronger coaching staff and upgraded Panthers defensive line that could prove problematic against a Jets O-line, which ranked 24th in the league in sacks allowed last year. Wilson has received lofty praise this offseason, including from Tony Romo, who compared Wilson to Patrick Mahomes last week. It's a stretch, but maybe he has that potential down the line. I'm just not sure that I'm willing to bet on him in week 1 on the road in Carolina. Books also expect this one to be on the lower scoring side with a total of 45 points. I am taking the under 17.5 fantasy points for Wilson in week 1. All right, so that's our elite entry for today, going with Matt Ryan over 270.5 passing yards at home against the Eagles, Justin Herbert under 21 fantasy points in Washington, and Zach Wilson to go under 17.5 fantasy points on the road against the Panthers. As a reminder, you can mix and match fantasy points and player props to make your lineups super spicy. Also, PrizePicks markets move, so you'll want to be nimble to lock in the best numbers. If you haven't created a PrizePicks account yet, check out the link in our episode description because PrizePicks has a special offer for Fantasy Flex listeners. They will match your first deposit up to $100. Just click the link in our episode description or visit prizepicks.com and use promo code ACTION10.